Flying our colors high, symbol of national pride. One university for our people, UTT. Educating, creating entrepreneurs, ready for the world. Top training, engineering, for endeavors untold. UTT, best in biosciences. UTT, fashion and the arts. UTT, agriculture, food technology, tops in ICT. UTT, best in sports, maritime, a place for originality. UTT, our national university. UTT, the National University of Trinidad and Tobago, with international reach. Flying our colors high, a symbol of national pride. One university for our people, UTT. Educating, creating entrepreneurs, ready for the world. Top training, engineering, for endeavors untold. UTT, best in biosciences. UTT, fashion and the arts. UTT, agriculture, food technology, tops in ICT. UTT, best in sports, maritime, a place for originality. UTT, our national university. UTT, the National University of Trinidad and Tobago, with international reach.
Good evening, everyone. Thank you for being here with us and welcome to UTT's information session. Today, we will have our featured speakers from the Process Engineering Unit and also from Admissions and Student Accounting. All right, it's really exciting time because we are here to provide a vast amount of knowledge on this program. And you can also see the wide variety of other programs that UTT has to offer you, right? Take this opportunity now to tell a friend, tell a family member so that they could join you live and join us to get that much needed information on programs. All right, with that being said, I'd like to introduce my team. Today we have with us Dr. Rian Maraj from the Process Engineering Unit. He's the Associate Professor. We also have Ms. Fiona Harry. She's the Program Officer for the unit. And we also have Dr. Watson. Dr. Watson will be here with us, basically to represent two units, Process Engineering and also Admissions, all right? And we also have Ms. Anissa Ali from our Student Accounting Unit. Together with our featured presenters, we have my team, Mr. Oran Hinkson, Ms. Janelle Thomas, and we also have Ms. Charlene Modest. And I am today, Alana Kimisyong. All right. So before we start, we would just like to show you an introductory video, which will help you to understand rather exactly all the programs UTT has to offer. All right. So yes, we'll have our featured program, but you will see exactly the wide variety of other programs we have. Mr. Hinkson, can you assist us with that, please?
Of Trinidad and Tobago provides education, which is designed to equip individuals to be future leaders and captains of industry. From science and technology to education, the arts, sports, and security, UTT is the place where your dreams are transformed into reality.
We look at the possibilities and really it's untapped.
Interest is growing among future professionals as to the role of tertiary education in national development. Postgraduate programs in carnival studies, health administration, entrepreneurship, and environmental science and management, among others, play a pivotal role in preserving culture, positively impacting healthcare delivery, entrepreneurial endeavors, and the environment. UTT's students are not only exposed to academic instruction, But many take the time to fully immerse themselves in sport, music, art, and other fun and engaging leisure activities.
Not just academic enhancement, but also your holistic development.
Students are exposed to the co-op program where industry experience is gained, and students are work ready upon graduation from the university.
Seeing some of our students speaking to the professionals there and using the language and understanding some of the concepts was really, really mind-blowing for me.
Building these skills requires the experience, commitment, and ability of staff to inspire and lead the student body.
Preservation and innovation in the area of culture and the arts have always been the hallmarks of a vibrant and thriving society. So for me and for the team, the faculty that works here at the Academy, those two roles are of key importance.
Every individual in the faculty is very focused on helping you develop as an individual.
Maritime studies, performing arts, fashion, food science and technology, sport, public safety, and agriculture are all important sectors in Trinidad and Tobago's diversification thrust. UTT brings the best resources and a dedicated cadre of professors and lecturers who continue to prioritize tertiary education within Trinidad and Tobago.
The knowledge that I've gathered is tremendous.
As the national university, UTT will continue to provide quality education for sustainable national growth.
Thank you, Mr. Hinkson. And now we would like to bring to you our featured speaker for admissions unit. Sorry, I apologize. Our featured speaker for process engineering, Dr. Rayan Maraj.
Okay, good afternoon, colleagues and our specially invited guests. So first of all, just to let you know that we have a prepared video which contains, most of the information that you may need. But before we go into the video, I'd like to take a quick minute to just to give you a little basis so that you'll understand the video, with more clarity, and you'll have an idea of what the video speaks of, right? But I want to commend you, first of all, for really taking the time to join us this afternoon. I mean, I think that it will allow you to understand the programs that we are offering better. And it's very important that you do this so you make the right decisions, before you embark on your studies, okay? Just to let you know that the process engineering programs, right? It's one unit, process engineering, and it basically consists of the CPO, or the certificate in process operations, which really starts at the CSEC level, and graduates move on to be process operators in industry. And it takes you onwards to the diploma level, right? And then you can matriculate up to your degree, master's, and we've had graduates coming out with their PhDs, right? That started at the certificate level. So you have, just to let you know that it's not a one program or one qualification program, but it allows you, the process engineering programs allow you to start at one end and propagate throughout the entire program, okay? The list of programs. So so I will start the video, and then you will have ample time subsequently to ask relevant questions, okay? So let me get the video going. I hope you all seen it. If you're not, you can just raise your hands and we can rectify any problems that you may have. So please enjoy.
The University of Trinidad and Tobago has the staff and resources to prepare you to be a
Dr. Maraj, we are not hearing anything.
So what do process engineers do?
It's very low.
Design and operate processes that convert raw material to useful products that improve the human environment. An example of the types of things you will learn about is methanol production. In this diagram, we have all of the important inputs and outputs in the system, along with the operations that are used to convert and purify them. Because we are internationally accredited by the UK Institution of Chemical Engineers, our graduates can find employment in a number of sectors such as natural gas production, transport processing and liquefaction, water and wastewater treatment, pharmaceuticals, environmental protection and management, and many others. Working as a process engineer gives you the opportunity to directly affect our nation. Approximately 40% of TNT's GDP is process engineering related, and approximately 80% of exports are from the chemical and process industry. Local companies that hire process engineers include Atlantic, TCL or Holiday, Carib, Angostura, Nutrien, and Proman, and BP. The programs offered at UTT include our CPO, our NETD in Chemical Engineering, our BASc or MEng in Process Engineering, and an MSc in Energy Engineering, and our MPhil or PhDs. All of our programs are accredited by the ACTT. The NETD and BASc and MEng programs are also accredited by the IChemE in the UK. Our CPO is 1 year full-time and 2 years part-time. For entry, we require 5 CXC passes or completion of any of UTT's pre-university programs. Upon completion, you could find employment as a process plant operator. If you decide that CAPE or A-levels are not for you, you should be considering our CPO or NETD programs. For our NETD, that program is 2 years full-time or 4 years part-time. For entry, we require 5 CXC passes or completion of any of UTT's pre-university programs. Upon completion, you could find employment as a process technician or operator, or you could be eligible for BASc in process engineering once our GPA requirement is met. A benefit of UTT is experience in the field via our 4-month co-op internship program. Students benefit by obtaining work experience, applying and enhancing their technical skills, and may be recruited by the company for stable employment upon completion of the diploma. Our BASc is 3 years full-time or 6 years part-time, and our MEng is 4 years full-time or 8 years part-time. For entry, we require CAPES or A-levels, or you could have completed an NETD. Upon completion, you could find employment as a process engineer. We also offer an MSc in Energy Engineering with a concentration in renewable energy. This is a 1 year full-time program or 2 years part-time. For entry, we require a bachelor's degree or equivalent qualifications, and upon completion, you could find employment in the upstream petroleum sector, downstream process sector, or any renewable energy industries. You can use our degrees to progress into more advanced degrees. So you can start at UTT with just your CSEX and through hard work, end up with a master's level qualification and a wide range of job opportunities. All of our programs are GATE approved, and we offer payment plans. For fees and payment plan information, please visit our website or send us an email. You can safely learn from home at UTT. Due to COVID-19 health regulations, our programs have been delivered online since March 2020. Our staff has been trained, and we have the technical resources for class lectures, laboratory, and simulation exercises for a fully online or blended experience. If this sounds interesting to you, apply now. Check out our websites, email us, or call us. Detailed entry requirements are available online, and we are currently accepting applications. We will be offering provisional acceptance for the September 2021 intake to CSEC and CAPE students who are awaiting results.
Okay, so thank you very much for listening to our presentation. Just to clarify, during the COVID period, we were online successfully, And well, as you all know, from September, our country we are more or less reopened. And from September, we'll be offering the blended learning approach, where some of your classes may be online and some may be face-to-face. Okay, so I will now hand you over back to Alana, and I think there's an appropriate opportunity for you to ask your questions, right? Thank you very much.
Thank you, Dr. Maraj. That was very informative. Thank you so much for that. So now we know about the programs that are available under process engineering, and we have all the entry requirements and everything that we need to know in order to pursue these programs. All right, so here's your opportunity now to apply. And in doing so, I would like to invite our representative for the admissions unit, Dr. Marian Watson. Dr. Watson, welcome.
Thanks, Alana. Good evening, everyone. Thank you all for joining. So I'm representing the admissions unit here today, and the admissions unit is one of the subunits of the student registry. And as part of the registry, we will handle your application all the way through to enrollment and registration. And we also see to other student anything related to student records. So if you need a student letter or anything to do with your transcript or graduation, we handle all of those student related matters that are not, directly related to the classroom. So I'm about to play a video that will show you all how to apply to our programs. All applications are done online via the UTT website. And if you wish to see the video on your own time, you can search it on YouTube by searching how to apply UTT. Okay, so let me go ahead and share my screen.
Welcome to UTT Online Application. To get started, go to UTT main website. When the page is loaded, click Apply from the main menu. Carefully read the application process before proceeding. For further assistance, you can email the Student Recruitment Department. On the right, you can view our fees, payment plan, academic calendar, application, and program information sheets for both undergraduate and postgraduate programs. You can select your program from the list provided, or you can filter by level, intake, and program area. When the program is selected, you can read the program's description, program venue, entry requirements, and career opportunities. To apply, click the online application form. When the page opens, you can view our application options. Select one that is appropriate for you. If you have already completed an application and wish to continue, enter your key. If not, click Start Here for a new application. Read the following instructions and complete all required fields based on the requirements for your program. Please use the Next button and not your web browser arrows when moving pages. On page 1, enter your general information. On page 2, enter your address information. On page 3, enter your first and second program of interest. On page 4, enter your C-Sec, O-level qualifications. If you are awaiting results, enter your subject and select awaiting results. On page 5, enter your CAPE A level qualifications. On page 6, you can enter any other academic qualifications. On page 7, you can enter any relevant work experience as well as 2 references. On page 8, please select which method you will use to fund your tuition. On page 9, please read all the information carefully. For applicants who are waiting for results, please enter your candidate number. Click Next to continue. Review your application and update any fields that are missing. Enter your email address for your confirmation email and then click Submit. And that's it. Your application was successfully submitted. Thank you for choosing UTT.
Okay, so as I said, if you wish to view that video in your own time, you can search for it on YouTube. Just search for how to apply UTT. And then also this tonight's session is being recorded. So this entire session will also be available for you to view via YouTube. And any questions I'll take at the end. Thank you.
All right, thank you again, Dr. Watson. Thank you for that information. All right, so now you see how easy it is to apply. We are looking forward to seeing each and every one of you applying from tonight. All right? Okay, wonderful. So now we bring to you our representative from Student Accounting, Ms. Anisha Ali Ramsrup. Welcome, Anisha.
Hi, good afternoon, everyone. I'm just going to share my screen to give you some information concerning the pricing of the programs. So my name is Anissa and I'm from Student Accounting. You can contact us by sending emails to stuaccqueries@utt.edu.tt. Additionally, our phone number is 642-8888, extension 32567. Registration fees are $600 for this current academic year, and the academic year runs from September 2022 to August 2023. The cost of the program, so they would have discussed the certificate and process operations. The cost is $21,600. Any TD in chemical engineering, it is $36,000. The Bachelor of Applied Science and Process Engineering is $48,000. Master of Engineering and Process, $24,000. And the Master in Science in NG, it's $24,000. Students have the option of being self-funded, or they can get payment, they can get funding through GATE or whatever other sponsorship. If it is you're self-funded, you do receive a 15% discount on your tuition fees. So say, for example, your certificate, it's $21,600, then you would just be liable to pay $18,360. So it's the same thing, 15% for each program. Payments are due at the beginning of each semester. Apart from that, failure of payment, timely payment can result in holes. For self-funded students, we do have several UTT endorsed payment options available. These options include the UTT payment plan. There is the Financial Assistance Studies Program, and there is the Higher Education Loan Program. Additionally, you can get loans from several credit unions, namely Aero Services Credit Union and Venture Credit Union. If you are seeking funding from GATE, you have to remember that effective August 2020, GATE is only funding one undergraduate. So if it is you would have received GATE previously, then you would no longer be eligible for GATE. Depending on what you're doing, if you're going to do the certificate and then the diploma, the certificate is 21,600 versus the diploma, which is 36. So you can decide which program you're going to use your GATE for. GATE no longer funds any post-graduation. If you are applying for GATE, you need to visit GATE website and apply. Also remember that if you apply for GATE in year 1, you are required to apply for GATE each year that you're in the program, right? If you're a sponsored student, you need to supply your sponsorship letter. Payments to UTT can be made by deposited directly into UTT's bank account, which is First Citizens Bank, account number 1501631, or you can do online transfers to UTT's bank account. Additionally, you can pay with your credit card by visiting your portal. Copies of all payments should be uploaded in your portal under Business Office. That's it. Thank you.
All right, thank you, Anissa. Thank you for all our presenters today. Before we open the floor for questions, we would just like to show you one more video, right? Mr. Hinkson, could you assist with that again, please?
Sure. Give me one second.
Wonderful. So now we have gotten all that wonderful information, all right, on the programs offered at UTT. I am sure we have a lot of questions. The floor is open. All you have to do is to put up your hand, right? and unmute your mic and feel free to ask your questions. We're here for you. If it is you're being shy, right, and you don't want to actually speak, it's not a problem. Just put it in the chat. All right, so we have a Mr. Benjamin, O.C. Benjamin. Go ahead. Thank you.
Hi, good night.
Good night.
I recently finished a offshore process operator course in Kenson, and that is, I don't know if a completion letter would be suffice to finish my application, because I already started the application. I'm just missing the certificate from Kenson, but and I'm not sure when I would get it. So I applied for a letter of completion. Would that be good enough?
You can, I'll take this one. Once you get the completion letter, you can upload it, and the application will, along with the completion letter, will go to the academic program and they will review it. But what program are you applying for?
The certificate in process.
Okay. Okay.
Dr. Maraj, would you like to add anything to this?
No, I think that was clear. I mean, it's once he can go through his application and he can always submit the document that's required, and
Okay.
it will come to us to process, right? Yeah. So he's on the right track.
Great.
Yeah.
Thank you, Dr. Maraj and Dr. Watts. So we have another question in the chat from Mr. Kyle Samlal. Is there a list of the courses we can see because it's not online under the program?
Okay, I will take this. When you enter the program, you will receive an orientation booklet, which includes the program structure for your entire time that you would be at the university.
Correct. Yeah. So that's right. You won't get the list of courses prior, but once you apply and you're accepted, then all that information will be available to you, right? If you want to have an idea of what will be offered, you can just shoot us an email. I place my email address on the chat, and we can chat with you about it. Okay, Kyle?
Thank you again. All right, we have another question from Joel Hope. Good day. Can someone explain more about the mature entry?
Okay. Well, the mature entry, basically, it's really targeting persons who may not have achieved the academic requirements, that is like the CSEC and the CAPE, etc. However, they've worked for some time in industry, doing, the job was similar to what is, what the graduate would be doing. And there we consider the person's application via the mature entry via panel. So it's really up to the person to apply, and we would look at the application and we would sit on it, and we may call you to find out, Joel, if we need any further information. Dr. Watson, I think I'm okay there. Yeah.
Yeah, that's fine. So what Dr. Maraj was saying was, you don't just learn at a university, you can learn on your job site.
Correct.
And so what that panel that Dr. Maraj mentioned, what that panel will look at is they will try to judge the depth of your learning gained on the job site and use that instead of the academic qualifications to grant your entry into the program you're applying to. So most likely you will have to be interviewed or asked to provide additional information about your job experience.
Okay.
All right, so we have another question from Kyle. Thank you, Dr. Watson. Although I've completed my NETD in mechanical with a GPA over 2.7, I can still apply for the BSc in process. Yes?
Yes, correct. Yes, Kyle, you okay there? Yeah.
All right, so Kyle, we're seeing your application tonight, right?
Yeah, and just to add though, we have a stipulation of 2.7, but we still entertain applications because you look at it, we look at the courses you did, and we analyze how you performed in certain courses. So I will still encourage persons who may not have a GPA of 2.7, you know, that they can still apply. Okay, Dr. Watson, okay there, right?
Yes, that's fine. Yep, that's correct. Yep.
All right, so we have two hands up right now, but I just want to touch again with Joel. He was saying that he was an accident when he was doing his CSEC exam, so he didn't get to complete it, right? However, he has been working in the industry doing sandblasting for over 4 years, and he's currently working inside PCS Nutrient.
And what program would you want to apply to, Joel? I don't know if you said before and I missed it. Would you want to apply for the CPO or the NETD?
All right, we're waiting on his response.
Okay.
He didn't specify before. Joel, before we move on, can you just let us know? Process operations.
So do you have any CSEC subjects? Any CSEC subjects?
Okay.
I'm thinking we may have to look at him on an individual basis.
Yeah.
Correct. Yeah.
All
So
right.
Joel could still put in his application, right? Make sure put in your application, and we will contact you and we can chat with you in terms of what is your option. What are your options? Okay, Joel.
All right, thank you. All right, so we have Dwight Donner. Welcome, Mr. Donner.
Good night.
Good night.
My question is, I did the process technician course at Kenson. It was gate funded, and I am willing to do the BSc program and process operations. Would I be eligible for gate funding?
No, you wouldn't be. If you use GATE at Kenson, then your options to you here at UTT is you can apply for a HELP loan. That's also administered by the Ministry of Education, just as GATE is. And HELP is a government sponsored loan that you will not have to repay until 6 months after you graduate. And it is at a very affordable interest rate of approximately 3 or 4%. And you have 10 years to repay the loan. So you can use HELP. You can apply for HELP. That's the Higher Education Loan Program. Or I believe I'm not too familiar with FASP, but the presentation by Miss Anissa Ali, she had given you an email address for student accounting. You can ask for advice there with respect to the FASP program. Other than that, you will either need to source your own funding and get the 15% discount of the tuition cost, or seek a loan either from a credit union or a bank. Those would be your funding options, as you have already used GATE.
Okay, one other question. Could I apply for HELP if I'm employed?
Yes, you can. You can apply for HELP if you are employed, but they would then, because you are employed, they will ask you to start paying back the loan immediately. They won't wait for graduation because you are employed. But what sort of time frame, if it's like a month or 2 months after, you need to direct those questions to the HELP unit at the Ministry of Education. But once you're employed, they will expect you to start paying back one time.
Okay, no problem. Thank you very much.
Welcome.
Thank you, Mr. Donner. And now we like to invite Mr. Navin Rambarak. I'm not sure I pronounced it correctly. Forgive me if I didn't.
Yes, good afternoon, everyone. Good evening. My question is, I already applied and accepted and began registration for the CPO program as a part-time student. I was wondering, however, if after beginning the program, say 1 or 2 semesters, and if work circumstances change, would I be allowed to change from part-time to full-time? Is that possible?
Yes. Now it happens a lot. And the next way too, right? Students start full-time and they get employment and they ask to come across the part-time. So we're very flexible there. We just have a procedure to go through. You have to apply, and there's no reason why you will not be granted the change. Okay.
Thank you very much.
Not a problem at all. Yeah.
All right. So we're going in the chat for a minute. Coming back to you, OC. here we are from Avery Edwards. Good night. I recently finished a diploma in CNC engineering with a 3.0 GPA, and now I want to pursue my bachelor's, but I want more information about the courses that I'll be exempted from so that I may know how long it will take. I am aware that a grade B will get me exempted.
Okay, well, just to add there, Ms. Avery, that's a very general question, right? It involves a lot of specifics. So what I think we need to do is that you probably need to shoot us an email, and we need to go through, it's not, we need to look at the courses that you need to do, what you completed in your diploma, and which ones are available for exemptions. It's not that straightforward as having a B, okay? So feel free, shoot us an email, and we can always discuss it in some more detail, all right? Is that okay, Avery?
All right, she says she's aware, but she has been trying. Avery, would you like to email?
Yeah, my
Dr.
email is
March?
there. Yeah, I posted my email on the chat there, right?
All right, he also included his phone
Yes,
contact.
my number is there too.
All right, so you have the options to contact him and
Correct.
speak about
Correct.
what you're requesting.
Right.
All right, thank you. So we are going on to Mr. Benjamin OC.
So, I have a question about the BSc. If the program that I did in Kingston was a level 4 program, which they said is, which when I looked it up, is an equivalent to undergrad, would I be qualified for the bachelor's or only the certificate?
So that's a tough question, right? Because did you do CAPE at all?
No, I didn't.
Right. So that's a tricky one, right? So I think we really need to chat about it, right? In a little more detail.
It would be helpful if you apply, or you can probably can apply for the bachelor's. When we assess the what the equivalency of the level 4 program that you have done at Kingston, then we can always recommend you, if it does not meet the entry requirements of the bachelor's, we can recommend you for the diploma. Or if you apply for the diploma, we can recommend you for the bachelor's. But it would be helpful if you have your application inside and provide all of the information you have on that program you completed at Henson.
Okay, because I didn't want to apply for one and I wasn't qualified for it and then miss out on going into the next one.
That's okay. We can refer you to another program. That's okay. And on the application form, you can put up to as many as 2 choices. So if you want, you can put both the NETD and the BASC.
Correct. So what we do too, we look at we normally look at applications, and we realize, throughout the years that we found students who may not have applied for the best program, in their interest, and we call them and we offer options, okay? Sort of, we try to advise as best as possible, and then you make the decisions. So you're okay there, OC, right? Just make sure and stick your application in as soon as possible.
All right, thank you.
No problem.
Yeah.
So we have a question from Nathan McKenzie. Good night. I attended a UTT sports screening for cricket, and I'm currently awaiting response on if I would have made it or not. My question is, should I still apply for GATE? And if I am granted GATE and I would have been successful in the sports screening, what will be my situation? I think he means if he was not successful in the sports screening, what will be my situation concerning that?
It's okay if you apply for GATE now. GATE will only be funded when you give them the acceptance letter where you're accepted into the program. So you will have to provide that as part of your GATE application. So if you are not accepted, you will not be able to provide an acceptance letter, and your GATE application will be incomplete. So it's not like you would have the chance of wasting your GATE allocation. Okay, so feel free to go ahead and apply for GATE.
Yeah. Nathan, you okay there? You got that, right?
Nathan, what program did you apply for? Was it sport of itself?
No, I applied for bachelor's in manufacturing and engineering design.
Right.
Oh, okay.
Okay. So basically, you can't apply for GATE if you don't have the acceptance letter from whichever program. Okay.
Okay.
So that, so you can't say, well, you apply for GATE and would you be accepted? It's the opposite way around, right?
Okay, thank you.
Good. Yeah.
Nathan, what I will also advise, I'm going to put up the contact details for my unit, that is student recruitment units, shortly, right? So what I would advise you to do is to shoot us an email and we will try and get in contact with you to provide some sort of update on your application.
Okay,
How does that
thank
sound?
you. That sounds lovely.
All right, wonderful.
Great.
All right, I'm seeing Navin. Navin, your hand is up.
Yes,
Go ahead.
yes, good evening again. One more question. At the beginning of the registration process for the CPO, I would have reached out to Ms. Fiona Harry on some questions I had regarding eligibility for exemptions from a previous BTech course I was undertaking. And Ms. Harry was quite helpful. She actually reached out to the discipline leader who advised that based on a previous engineering science course that I would be eligible for the CPO, eligible for exemption in the CPO course in engineering science and materials. I just wanted to find out if you could possibly advise on the next step to know during the actual registration process now, how do I apply for that exemption?
Okay, so what you will have to do is you will have to register if the engineering science course is being offered in semester 1. You will have to register for that course and then complete a form to seek exemption. And once the exemption is processed, then the funds will be returned to you, will be refunded to you. You will be deregistered from the course, but you need to start by registering it for it in the first place until the exemption process is complete.
And is that form, would I find that form on the student portal?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah.
All right, thank you, Navin. Do we have any other questions? I'm seeing Nigel Bergen. Good night. If you are waiting CSEC results, but you did not get all 5, what can I do?
There are our certificate programs. There are other certificate programs in UTT that accept fewer than 5 CXC results. You can go on to our application website and you will see an undergraduate academic program information booklet. In there, you will see the entry requirements for the various programs. I would advise you to look at the certificate programs. If you give me an idea for what subjects you do have, I don't know, do you know them as yet? Hold on.
No, I think he's just thinking ahead. He's probably
Right.
thinking not
So you
yet.
can take a look at our website and look to see the entry requirements of the certificate programs. You may find something there that would be of interest and good fit for you.
Right. And Doc, just to add on onto that, right? On the application form, he can still have the options there, so you can still apply for the CPO or and you can have your various options, and we will channel the application accordingly as it happens, correct?
Yes, that's correct. I'm just trying to pull up the UTT website so I can show where to find the information.
All right.
All right. When you're ready, you let me know. I'll move on to another question. We have a question from Kyle. I also submitted my application for my BASC in the MME and uploaded all my documents, including my transcripts. Can I also email you from, oh, all right. Yes, Kyle, that was for me. He's asking if he can also email me for the updates. So yes, Kyle, you can. All right, and we have a question from Farisha Abdul. Good night. I completed my PPO course level 3 at Kenson this year, awaiting completion letter. Can I go on to the BASC process engineering?
You would need to apply and provide your completion letter, and we
Yeah.
will have to assess it to see if it's equivalent to our diploma, because the entry requirements for the BSc are either CAPE subjects or the NET diploma. So it's only when we judge the level of this level 3 PPO program, then we would be able to make that decision, but we will need to see the information in your application.
Correct. Yeah. Dr. Watson, I can add, in the absence of the completion letter, while she's applying, she can like probably put the courses completed or some sort of transcript that she may have from Kenson, so we can do a like a preliminary assessment. Correct.
Yep. Yep.
Very cool. Yeah. Okay. Farisha, you okay with that? Yeah. I think we missed Rajiv.
Question, Rajiv. Yeah.
Before.
So Rajiv is asking, how does he submit his results when they are released? So you would have been given some login credentials for my portal to be able to upload your supporting documents when you applied, so your birth certificate, etc. You're going to use those same login credentials to upload your results when they are released. If you had provided your CXC ID in the application form, then that has already been submitted to CXC and the university will pull the results on your behalf.
Right, good. Doc, I could also add that if there's any applicant that, uploading, I would like to send their information to the program directly. They can feel free also, they can send it to me so that we can follow up, in a parallel manner, okay? Okay, Rajiv, you all right there?
All right, Rajiv, do you remember seeing the email that Dr. Watson spoke about from the admissions unit? All right, wonderful.
Good.
Yes, he did. Great.
All right, perfect.
All right, so it has the guide and everything there, so you can go ahead and upload your documents. Wonderful. Questions from anyone else? All right, Nathan McKenzie, welcome.
Is it correct that if I would have completed my CAPE studies and I wouldn't have finished, I wouldn't have done physics or chemistry, is it correct that I would have to apply for a diploma in software engineering to be able to do my bachelor's in manufacturing and design engineering? Is that correct?
Software engineering.
I'm not sure.
Because
you would need to apply for that. Let me see. I can check it while you're on. Hold on.
Yeah.
And what we could also do in the meantime, Nathan, you could also send us an email and we can have the information answered for you from the manufacturing unit.
Okay, thank you.
All right. So Dr. Watson is checking on it for you. All right. Do we have any additional questions in the meantime?
Alana, can I share my screen?
Sure, please. Yes, do. Please do.
So this is the UTT application website. You were asking about the Bachelor of Applied Science in Manufacturing and Design Engineering. These are the entry requirements here. So they're asking for maths and either chemistry or physics. But they're also taking graduates from a 2-year engineering diploma program with a minimum GPA of 3.0 will be considered So I would advise you to apply for the BSc Manufacturing and Design program and upload the diploma that you completed as the entry requirement, and they will have to make the determination with respect to the eligibility.
Oh, I haven't completed I'm now applying for university after high school. So I'm asking if I will have to first complete that diploma and then I will be eligible to apply for the manufacturing
What I would
program.
advise you to do, there is contact information on the right-hand side of this screen.
Yeah.
For persons directly in the manufacturing and design engineering program, because we are process engineering. So I don't want to give you any information. I don't want to say anything incorrectly. It's better if you approach them with your question before enrolling for your diploma, because you don't want to enroll for something that's not going to grant you entry into the bachelor's if that is your, in your end goal.
Okay. Thank you.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
I'm going to stop sharing now.
All right. Thank you. All right. All right. We have some persons. Okay. Good. Nathan.
I think that was Nathan. I think we
That was Nathan just now. Okay.
Yeah.
Cecil Matthews. Welcome.
Hi, good afternoon, everyone. Quick question. Just clarification. I'm a process plan operator too, right? Seeing that I have a lot of experience, even though I got accepted into the CPO certificate course, right? When I was looking at the clippings from before, when they were showing the video, seeing that there's a diploma. Is it that you have to start with the certificate and then move up, or with seeing that you have experience, you can enter at the diploma level or at the bachelor's level?
Okay, well, that's a good question. But I mean, Cecil, a lot depends on what, on what you think you would like to do, right? So, you need to, you're really interested in doing your bachelor's?
Well, I don't want to jump the gun. The reason
Right.
why I say that is because, you have to creep before you walk.
Right.
Right. So even though I have the experience,
Yeah.
right, and I say, let me start with the certificate and gradually move my way up.
Right.
Right. Because I'm really trying to get into the oil and gas industry.
Right.
Right. So that's why I said, let me just ask this question to see if it would so get some a reasonable response on it.
Cecil, do you have any CSEC or CAPE qualifications, or what qualification did you use to get your job as the process plant operator too?
I actually have the CSEC, and yes, I have the science subjects and everything like that. And then afterwards, I'm actually enrolling Kenson as we speak right now.
Okay. I would advise you to apply for the diploma.
Yeah.
I would advise you to apply for the diploma, and then we can assess your experience along with the qualification, the CSEC qualifications that you have. If there are shortcomings on the CSEC side, your work experience may qualify you for entry to the diploma.
Correct.
Okay.
Yeah, I fully endorse that, Cecily.
And also, well, this is the first time I actually trying the GATE program, and I got accepted to the GATE program. So seeing that, would it move over if I have to do the diploma, or it just stands as normal?
What letter did you provide to GATE in terms of the program you were applying for GATE for?
Yeah. He got through for CPO.
Oh, you got through for CPO?
Oh.
Yeah, accepted to the CPO, yes.
Okay. Well, then you can just explain to him what's the procedure, if you would like to.
We'll need to
reapply.
transfer to, well.
Because I received the timetable and everything for the CPO already.
Well, I would always keep GATE funding for the more expensive program. So I would withdraw, I would send an email to Dr. Rayan Maraj, and find out if I would get qualify for entry into the diploma, and I would do it quickly. If Dr. Maraj confirms that you can be granted entry to the diploma, I would withdraw from the CPO program and communicate that to GATE. If you wish to pursue the CPO program, I would recommend you apply for help or self-fund it and keep your GATE for a diploma or bachelor's program, a more expensive program, or even apply for help, because help is a loan. Obviously, you'll want to take a loan for a smaller amount. right? So take the help loan or try to self-fund for the cheaper, shorter programs and keep your gate funding for the longer, more expensive programs.
Yeah.
But I would start by emailing Dr. Maraj first to assess your eligibility to enter the diploma program.
Correct.
Yeah.
Okay.
Cecil, you have my email address there. It's on the screen again. On the chat.
On the chat.
On the chat and see, and I would message you via email and.
Yeah, and we will discuss it and we will go forward from there, right?
Okay, thanks a lot.
But it's possible, right? So once you make up your mind, we will work with you and get you into whichever program you qualify for and what you prefer. So that's not a problem. That's right. We can work on that. Okay.
Thank you very much.
The main thing is to get you into what you want to do, right?
Okay, great, no problem.
Right. Okay.
And for persons on our live stream, to email Dr. Rian Maraj, can simply forward your emails and email requests to rean.maharaj, MAHARAJ @utt.edu.tt. All right, and we will also display the contact information for the student recruitment team shortly.
Okay.
Nathan, your hand is still up. Do you need any questions? Do you have any questions?
My apologies.
It's all right, no problem. All right, so we have a question from Adalia Ramsing. How many semesters per year are there for this part-time CPU?
How many semesters per year for part-time CPO?
Yeah.
Well, basically it's 2 semesters per year, right? There may be instances where we offer courses in the unofficial 3rd term, but officially it's two semesters per year, right? That runs from September to December, basically, and January to May, correct?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Sounds good.
Yeah.
And the part-time program takes 2 years, right?
2 years for the CPU, yes.
Yeah.
All right. All right, so the floor is still open. We still have a couple minutes, all right? If it is that you have any questions, but in the meantime, I would like to share contact details for the student recruitment team.
I just wanted to add something, Alana. With regards to the exemptions, they cost $200 per subject if you're looking for an exemption.
Thank you, Janelle.
Thanks, Janelle. All right, so for persons who would be interested in viewing the tutorial on how to apply, this is the link. All right, so you can feel free to go onto the UTT's YouTube channel, right? Or you can key in this link, so you can take a screenshot. All right, so you will get the video on how to apply. For persons who would like to get additional information pertaining to student accounting and so on, you will see the email address here, stuacct queries@utt.edu.tt. All right, this is our website, so feel free to visit. You can go on to www.utt.edu.tt to get further program details and updates, to get more information on the tuition fees. You can also view virtual tours of the campuses and ideally submit your application. And for persons who would like to have more information and to get further assistance, this is your contact information here for the student recruitment unit. Myself, Mr. Oran Hinkson, Ms. Janelle Thomas, and Ms. Charlene Modest. All right, so again, screenshot the screen so you have this information if needed. All right. Do we have any further questions before we complete tonight's session?
Well, I can make a comment while
Sure.
we wait, right? I just want to remind our guests that our programs are the diploma and the bachelor's, it's internationally accredited. It's internationally recognized, and in a world, in today's world where we operate in this global village, many of us may study here and we may end up working elsewhere, right? In the Middle East or in Guyana, Guyana is a hotspot right now in the chemical process petroleum industry. So just bear that in mind, right? That our degree and diploma, it's accredited. Our CPO is not accredited, not because we didn't apply for accreditation, but because certificate programs are not accredited, right? There's no accrediting bodies to accredit certificate programs, but our CPO, as some of your experienced persons online right now would tell you, it's the industry standard when it comes to certificate and operators, okay? The qualifications for operators. So bear that in mind, that our graduates work internationally and we've been very successful in our programs, okay? You can verify that by going onto the iChemie link in the Institute of Chemical Engineers, and you see the UTT and our process engineering programs in there. So feel free to check it, and you will see that we up there, right, in terms of quality. Thanks.
All right, so Mr. Navin Rambarak asks another question. He's asking if an updated undergraduate prospectus is available.
I can share my screen and show him where to find
Yes,
it.
please.
So Navin, when you come to UTT website, you'll see apply at the top in green. When you click on apply, you'll be taken to this page. When you scroll down, you will see application and program information, undergraduate admission, and application and program information for postgraduate admission. So if you're looking for undergraduate programs, when you click on this link, this document here will give you information on all of our undergraduate programs. And there are links here to help you navigate the document because it's quite long, 52 pages. So if you know the area that you're looking for information on, so if it's process engineering, then it will take you to the process engineering section of the document, and you can scroll through and get all the information pertaining to the program, such as potential careers and how it's delivered, where it's delivered, the entry requirements, and a little paragraph about the mature student entry. And you can find all undergraduate programs in this document, and it is also available for download and print. So feel free to check the website for that information. And while we're here, you can also access our academic calendars. You can access information on the fees for all of our academic programs as well. So I hope that answers your question. I'm going to stop sharing now.
Navin, was that helpful?
Okay.
Thank you, Dr. Watson. All right, so I'd like to thank everyone for being here today. It was indeed informative. I'm sure our guests can agree to that. All right, we have let's say about 5 more sessions to go, 5 more information sessions to go, and we would like to invite all of you to attend. All right, so I'm going to show you a list of the upcoming sessions. And you're going to use the same link you would have used to register for this session. All right, so today we are on for the process engineering, right? Then we have sports tomorrow, same time. Wednesday, we will bring to you persons from performing arts. Following Monday, we will have aviation. Tuesday, education. And the final day, Wednesday, the 24th, we'll bring to you fashion and foundation programs. So you're going to use the same link that you would have used to register for today and select the other areas that you're interested in. For persons who would be interested in viewing this particular session or any of the past sessions that we would have had, right? I'm just scrolling through so you see what we would have done already. All right, so today we have process, and this is what we would have done prior to that. All right. You can also go onto the YouTube channel to view the recordings. All right. And don't forget, if it is that you need additional help and need additional assistance, you can feel free to contact us. You have our information. All right. Okay, so I think that's it for today. Thank you for being here with us. All right, have a wonderful night.
Have a good evening,
To all
everyone.
presenters,
Yeah.
thank you for being here.
Yeah, thank you all. Thanks for taking the time.
We're looking forward to your applications.
Yes. Apply today.